Hey everybody, welcome in. My name is Josh, this is the Gaming Joy channel, and we are doing our Let's Play on Middleburgh. We're moving into the next month, we're in June now. One more month, I think the current high price for our whiskey is July, so we're going to sell that soon. And we're still thinking about expanding. I'm kind of flip-flopping on where to expand. I think I got off onto the map a little bit and saw some of the amazing, beautiful parts of this map that I hadn't been on before. And, you know, I think we're going to actually expand into the map also. The farms down at the bottom of the hill, there's lots of different sheep pastures, or not sheep, but different animal pastures that we're not using yet. And I'd kind of like to use them. So what we're going to do today, that's a weird camera. Has like a rear camera, that's pretty cool. What we're going to do today is we're going to do some contracts. So it is harvest season. There's a bunch of stuff to be harvested. There's a bunch of grass contracts available. And we are going to... We've already kind of accepted a bunch of contracts. We've done a few contracts this morning. We've been up since 6. It's moving along. But right now we actually have a couple grass contracts going. And the one thing that was kind of slowing us down for the grass contracts, to be honest, was our John Deere baler. Now, I love the John Deere baler that we have, that JD560. I love the huge bales for our own farm because we're doing all our silage in our production facility. But for contracts, we can't do silage contracts because it doesn't wrap. So we ended up buying and investing in a quick bale. The quick bale is right now, honestly, the golden standard in balers. And everyone, including myself, loves using them. And for a reason. Mark Thor did a great job on it. It works great. So I went ahead and got a quick bale for contracts. So we do have a second baler, and we switched out the... I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but we switched out our flatbed trailer for this one. Now this one is the Mack Trucker 53-foot drop deck. It has like a generic auto load, and it also has universal auto load. I don't think I'm in the right area. Look at that waterfall. Hold on. I've never actually seen this waterfall before. Hold on. This is the whiskey factory we're going to be buying soon. Look at that. That's freaking cool. I've never seen that. Oh, let's go look at that. There's like, this map is so big and also so amazing. There's like just lots of stuff like this that's hidden. It's pretty dope. Anyways, totally distracted by a waterfall. So we switched out this trailer because the other flat deck, we couldn't turn like this. The flat part of the trailer, like the part that sticks up a little bit, was just getting in our way from actually making good turns. So we got rid of it. This one works great. It does have auto load, but it also has universal auto load, so I can kind of switch back and forth between the two. What we're doing now is driving down to a contract that I'm already starting. And I've already got the vehicles on the field and getting going on the contract. It's a grass contract, doing some bales. So we've got our windrower, swather, swathing the field nicely, and we have the baler running right behind it, picking up the bales. And as you can see, the bales are already in the way. So let's get the bales out of the way so the swather can continue. Now, if anyone's wondering how I'm getting through these fences, I do have a mod, or this map recommends B. There we go. No. Don't crash into me, dork. This map recommends a auto open, I forget what it's called, interactive something triggers or something like that. Basically, all the fence triggers open when you drive up to them, which I think is really handy. And the whole map has fences that open, and I don't like opening fences, so yeah, that makes it easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few contracts. Now, the reason we're doing a few contracts goes back to our expansion ideas, right? We want to expand. We want to get into stuff. And in all honesty, this is a 4X map, and the land isn't cheap. So we do need any help we can get in making new purchases. One of those bits of help quote unquote, is the what's it called? Enhanced contract system, whatever it's called. Enhanced, what's it here? Where's, I'll look at it. This enhanced contracts or enhanced missions, or I don't know what it's called. Anyways, this gives us the ability to, if we scroll down a little bit, field purchase discount. So for every contract we complete, we get a certain amount percentage. You turn that down. 8's a little bit much. Let's do 5, so we have to actually work for it. But we'll give ourselves the ability to get up to 13 jobs. So what this does is every contract we finish for a particular NPC, we get a discount for any other field that that NPC owns, which kind of seems right. Like, I'm helping the farmer out. He's going to give me a discount when buying his stuff. So if we look at this person right here, Sheila, we details on, I haven't completed any jobs for her. So I don't get any discounts when buying her land. But if we look at somebody else, like this guy, I've already completed one job for him. So I'm already getting a little bit of a discount from him when I buy land. And so once let's clear these barrels off while we're talking. So as I'm expanding my farm and buying land, all of that land is owned by the NPC system. So it behooves me to do contracts to save a little bit of money. And I kind of like that mechanic. I like the, you know, not doing contracts for just for the sake of money, but you're also getting a little bit of a discount and it can pay off. And the way it pays off is if we look at the map here and we go into, like, this is the area we want to buy, farmland. So we look here, this is owned by Richard Miller. If I do a contract for Richard Miller, I'm going to pay less than $351 for this land, which for most of this, because the land is so big, like this one right here, I've already done a contract for this person, which means I'm paying $291 for this land. It used to be 300 something. This is Samuel Ortega, the same guy we're talking about. So I'll get a little bit of a discount. The more contracts I do, the more discount I get, which will make awesome sense when I come into here. So this one is owned by Gianna Hartman, whoever that is, I don't care. But I'm already getting a 5% discount on this land. This used to be $1.3 million for this farm, which is the next farm I'm gonna expand downwards. I'm probably gonna get the stuff along here and get this farm and maybe get some of these fields and then merge them together into bigger fields. This area right here is another, like, these are called all meadows along the road. They're really pretty. I want to expand into those and maybe do the olives here because the olives are fun. This is also the flood area, which seems fun. And this is the island. And I'd really love to expand onto the island because, I don't know, it just seems like a cool idea to be on an island and to be able to farm on an island. I don't know. It sounds fun. We'll go there. So we'll just kind of like keep going in this area of the map. We'll get this farm also and maybe come around in these fields here. Who knows? We'll see what we do. But anyways, the goal is to do some contracts to save some money. So today, we're going to do a few contracts. We have a few baling contracts all set up. And because of, you know, really cool PC-based mods, I can do these pretty quickly. Got auto load on this trailer. I've got a baler following the windrower. The windrower is using a courseplay course. The benefit of doing it this way and not having the baler run the courseplay course is the baler has less of a chance of running into, I've found, running into the windrower. And I can also have this truck follow the baler if I wanted to, if we wanted to go do another contract. So let's look at the contracts and see what we got. Maybe we can do something else while these guys kind of do their jobs. But for now, I'm going to leave this truck here, get out of the way, park it off the side to make sure I'm not in anybody's turn radiuses. And then they're just going to go up and down the field doing the field. So let's jump over to the farm. Now, we're still struggling with the truck tour. We love the truck tour. It's a really cool mod, but it doesn't work with courseplay, and it also all the time, and it doesn't work with auto drive. So that it's a little frustrating, and it's making it hard to use. So we also have a fertilizing contract ready to go for Mr. Ortega. 9 grand for a fertilizer. That's a big fertilizer contract. So let's grab our fertilizer. As you can see, I don't know if you remember, but we had 2 of these 82 Studios 6-ton ground driven thingies, and one for lime and one for fertilizer. The one for lime is limited in width, and because we're on a 4x map, it means that liming contracts outside of like our own little fields on bigger fields was taking forever. And I'd like spend a little bit less time doing that stuff. So we switched it out with that one. So now we have 2 completely different spreaders, one for lime, one for fert. That's the way I like it. And let's head into town and get over to that field. Let's blip ourselves over there. And we're here. We're coming over to our field for our contract, which is field 111. It's this nice, I don't know what this is, wheat field or something? Is that wheat? No. Yes, it is. It's wheat. Sweet. Wheat. Sweet. Haha. And we're going to just do this manually. So again, as we do these contracts, we're going to be saving money for ourselves. And so it's all for the good of the playthrough. And you're not just doing it for the money, which I think is really cool. I love the extra bonus of the discount. Makes a lot of sense. Let's do this. And that. One more time. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. So we can see, because we're using precision farming, we can see in that little mini map the parts of the field that we've already done, which is really handy, isn't it? Anyways, let's zoom through this field, finish it off, and we'll get right back to other things. Probably going back over to pick up those bales. Be right back. And we're back. Looks like we finished up this contract. I'm gonna be a nice farm helper, contract person, and finish off the field. Finish it off, even though I don't necessarily need to do it. As you can see, I actually think I thought there was a problem with the fertilizer spreader, and I actually looked this up last time. I think these fertilizer spreaders are set to use fertilizer very, very slowly, because it almost like you can drive like, you know, a little ways and not actually look like you're using any fertilizer at all. I almost feel like it's bugged or something, but it's not. I checked the code. It actually is set up that way, and that's what's on ModHub, so that's what I'll use. Kind of like the idea, but because I always think that fertilizer takes too much. Let's check for new contracts. I was hoping for a fertilizing contract. Oh, another one. Yeah. No, that's the one I just did. Collection. Let's do field 10 for liming. So we haven't done a liming contract. Let's go use our new limer. Accept contract. And let's jump over to the farm, grab our liming unit, head over to field 10, and we'll catch you back up there in just a minute. I'm looking around here, trying to figure out how to get to this field without driving over the grass, but it looks like you're supposed to drive over the grass. I was expecting a little road here, but I guess not. It's okay. I actually haven't been over here. I don't think I've ever done this field. But we're here to do liming? Lime? I don't know the right way of saying it. Spreading lime. On this field. Let's see if this spreader works better, I should say, much better, with our whatchamacallit? This. Looks like it does. Ooh, this has a nice wide. I've actually used this before. This one is actually Rusty Money's favorite lime spreader. And I've actually never used it, so I'm actually excited to see it. It works pretty well. It's got a really wide breadth. Is that the right word? Spread width. So it's going pretty good. Not as fast as the other one. That's okay. We are getting much wider, which means less passes, which means less time on the field. One thing I do is a little bit of a bummer is that, you know, with all the precision farming system, the one thing that I really love is the fertilizer showing up in the mini map. And you can still, like, the information is there to get the lime in the mini map too, but it's not from the precision farming system. It's from this system, or not. No, it's from precision farming. So like, you can get the pH values, but you can't get it for stuff on contracts, which is a little bit of a bummer. Like, I wish they would have included lime into the precision farming stuff, especially, I mean, as far as the mini map goes when you're on contracts. It's very specific, because they do include it, but I just wish it was part of the mini map, because the mini map thing is very handy, and it makes figuring out where you've been not as much of a big deal for lime, because you can really see where you're going, but for fertilizer it's super handy. Sometimes you're liming a field that has a crop in it, or your texture doesn't show up 100% super bright white, so I still think it's necessary. Well, I think this was a good purchase. I do think we did a configuration option at some point, and we did configure it to have a larger capacity, which it doesn't appear to have, because we're already out of lime. Well, that's a bummer. Is there a lime buy station anywhere near here? I actually don't know. Let's look. No, that's not the right menu. I think there's a couple of lime buy stations in this map. Buy station lime. Tag place. And I have mine too. That's not too far away. Let's go check it out. Again, we're experiencing a little bit more of the map than we have in the past. Mainly because, well, we haven't gotten off our own farm very much. And I think that I'm missing out on the beauty of the rest of this map, because this map is done really well. Like that smokestack right there, perfect for the BGA. And the BGA is not just the digesters, it's other buildings too, which I think is awesome. More modders need to do that. Where's that lime buy station? We are on a 4x map, so we'll see. Let me zoom ahead and go find that lime buy station. Here we go. I found it. It's pretty cool, actually. It's not as traditional, just a lime buy point. It's actually something different. That's super cool. Lime purchase. It even has signs on the wall. How cool is that? Probably not as cheap as our lime buy station, but that's okay. And I think this place makes lime if you buy the production. I don't know if it will do that. We might, but it's good to know that it's here. That says Fox Farm. Isn't that the name of a map? But anyways, we're not too far away. Let's jump back over to the field and finish up this little lime contract. It's a fun little diversion. We're almost back to the field. I wanted to bring you in on this. This is actually another prairie grass meadow. I think this is the shorter prairie grass. This is not the super tall prairie grass. But as you can see, there's another meadow of prairie grass on this map. There's actually two of them. There's one right here. I think as we round this corner and get back closer to the field we were at, there's another one, if I remember correctly. Or it's somewhere along this road. I think we passed it on the other side. Yeah, not here, somewhere else. But there's multiple prairie grass fields in this map, which is pretty awesome. I wonder who did that. It looks like from our Courseplay notification thing up at the top right, which I'm still getting used to. I don't usually use that thing, but it's nice. Is that our mowing contract, they finished their job, which means we have a field full of bales to pick up, and we got to get over to a new field. So we're gonna finish up this little liming thing and head over there. Why is this going in a weird angle? Don't care. As long as it gets done. I think we're going to miss that little bit in the middle, but I don't think precision farming cares. And there we go. As you can see up on the top right, contract on field 10 finished. Adrienne Hooper grants you 5% discount on future field purchases, which is pretty awesome. So whatever field she's selling, I'm going to get 5% discount on. And that's pretty spectacular if you ask me. So I'm going to jump over to the... Let's send this guy home. Where's auto drive? Nope. 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 This one. And we're going to go to... here. Go. You're going to go home. I don't know why you're circling right now. I think I know why, actually. Let's jump over to the things. He's going to go home. The baler's sitting here waiting for the windrower, but the windrower's done. So let's turn his auto drive off. Turn his engine off. Look at all these John Deere yellow bales. That's pretty nice. It's like a super field of bales all ready to pick up. Look at this, we're almost full. One thing I like about this truck that I'm using right now is it has the dual wheels on the rear axle. Oh, we're full. And the cool part about the dual wheels on the rear axle is it just stays very stable. So field 39, taking it to the BGA sell point, which I think is just right over there where that smokestack is. So we'll just head over there and get that done. Here, I'm cut across this field because I don't want to... Sorry, Mr. Farmer, I cut across the corner of your field. And as you can see, there's lots of crops that we could harvest. There's a bunch of harvesting contracts, and we may do some of them, but for now, I think we're just going to stick with the baling contracts. Just because the harvesting contracts are a little bit more work. We'll get there. Now, the only downside with this trailer and this setup and this sell point, like the combination of those three things, is that it's hard to get all of the bales into the trigger without them falling off the trailer. I haven't figured out a good way to do it. So we come around here, this huge BGA. I love the extra building that they added. I love the fact there's both a sell point and like the tip point. So the tip point is right there. The sell point is on the right. We're supposed to go to the sell point. So what we're going to do is we're going to get as close to the digester as possible. Oh, that was too close. We want to get as close to the fence as possible. And then I think if we hook it, we should be good. So what we're going to do is release the bales, which does that weird camera thing. And this should start taking the bales off the trailer. I'm going to wait until the ones that are on. Let's go. Oops. We're going to strap those on just for a second so they don't fall off. And then there we go. So it looks like we've actually transported a little bit for one of the fields we haven't even done yet. So there's your downside of doing multiple contracts at once. Because sometimes you get caught up with delivering for fields you haven't even completed yet. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem, but we'll see. I'm going to drive back over and get over to our next field, and we'll go from there. Be right back. And we just finished picking up the last few bales from that field. Looks like we got, what, another 12 bales from that field. And then we're heading over to field 49, which is in this direction. I don't actually know. I'm going to wing it, just kind of explore the map. Figure out where I'm going. In all honesty. There's a mill. Looks like an oil factory. Central grain, I think we sell there, but you can also, that's also where we can get our central grain, is where we can get our barley and cracked corn, rolled barley and cracked corn processed. Oh, I like that power station. That's cool. And then the other one was this right here, which is the big potato facility, which you can do potato chips and stuff like that. We haven't done anything with potatoes. And frankly, I haven't actually seen any potato fields on this map. So I don't know. Oh, look, we just entered right here at the field we're supposed to be at. Check that out. Whoa. Fishtailing. Looks like the mower is well on its way. And the baler's following along behind, not missing anything. So that's doing real good. Liking this setup. The new swather is really good. And we still have the old swather. We haven't gotten rid of it yet. We may do that. Not 100% sure. Look, you can actually set this up to follow too. So I do set this up, go over to 2.5 off to the side, then let it go. And as you can see, as he drives, he gives just enough bale. Sometimes he bumps the bale a little bit. Just enough space to the left of the path of the guy in front of him to pick up those bales automatically. And so all of this is happening auto-magically through all kinds of awesome scripts. Let's jump this part just so you can kind of see how this kind of just the dance happens and it all happens together. We're going to jump this into a little bit of a montage and we'll get you back here when the field's done. Enjoy. That's enough grass cutting for today. We have one more contract to do, but while I let the workers finish that contract, I thought we'd stop in here. Oh, look at that. Nice New York game license plate. Anyways, I just realized that we have a field to harvest. And that field is actually going to make us more whiskey. So we should probably get on that. Let's back ourselves out of here. Head over here to get our header. Now the header's here on the side of the building. Let's loop around like this. Back it up. Let's pick up. Let's try to pull in straight for the header. Not doing a very good job of that. Let's pull in straight for the header. Let's pick up this regular header. And we haven't, I don't really think we've used this outside of contracts yet. There we go. I think it'll fit between the building here and the silo. Yeah, just barely. And let's head over to one of our fields, which is actually ready to harvest. So we're going to head down here and not run into a tree. That was almost a bad idea. Let's open up the harvester. Nice. I'm thinking about getting a bigger harvester, but I think we might wait to get a bigger harvester until we actually own bigger fields. Some of these fields that are out in the rest of the map, maybe if we get into those and start merging them, we'll get a bigger harvester. This one's pretty good for now. But let's jump in over here and harvest this field. Now this field is going to be a barley field, which means that we can start the whiskey production, making whiskey from barley, or rather rolled barley. And to do that, we are making straw, so that's a good thing. To do that, let's set a worker off on this and let him finish doing this. We'll go get a tractor and we'll do that. We're going to hire this off, get our barley field start to be harvested. And then we actually start our rolled barley. Now, before, when we were making our barley, we were making it over here. Let's get over here because this is where our tractors are. It's a big good use for the truck door because it's not good for anything else. Get him to cart some grain. But before, when we did our rolled barley and cracked corn and stuff like that, we did it with this auger wagon and the other one behind it. Now, we also got a new trailer right here to the right, which is really a forage-ish trailer, so we're not going to use that now. Let's pull the auger wagon out of the way for now. We may use this. Not sure yet. But at a minimum, we're going to get the dolly trailer from behind. And get him over to the field to help with the harvest. Now, we have two options. We can either go to our still directly, or we can invest. Now, we do have a significant amount of money. If we switch back on our UI, we do have a significant amount of money. We have $1.6 million. We're making a ton of money from the paper. So I think it makes sense to invest in the actual whiskey production building and the production to create the rolled barley and cracked corn. That way we don't have to worry about doing it ourselves with our little teeny tiny still. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more production speed out of it, and it's also already downtown, so it'll be a lot easier to sell, whereas here we have to drive and back up to that silly still, which coming next month is going to be a pain in the butt. So for now, we're just going to do this. And I could set this up to go automatically with course play and all kind of stuff, but I'm just going to do the easy thing and park this guy on the field right here on the first headland and go from there. So he's just going to be here. Let's go make sure this combine is set to self-unload. Or actually, let's do this. Let's go into him. And we can set him to combine unload. He's going to listen for the combine on the same field and hopefully unload that combine. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll find out. For us, let's jump on the map over here. So we have two factory things to do. This is the brewery, wine production brewery. Central Grain is one of them. So let's go over here. Let's visit this. We're going to jump over. And this should be a barley mill. 40 grand. That's not bad. And then what's this one? Corn mill. So we're buying the barley and corn mills so we can process the cracked corn and rolled barley. Right? That's awesome. We don't need the pig food production. We're not doing pigs right now. We're just going to run over here because I think it's over here. We want to get the brewery, I think. I don't know if it's called. It's over here. So this is the one with the casks on it. Never used this thing. Never even looked at it. Made with mountain spring water. This is a brewery. Does this make beer? Oh, let's look. Whiskey and beer production. Oh, nice. So it does beer also? That's fantastic. So let's go over here to the production point. Let's buy the brewery. It's only... That's the wine production brewery. Let's see if that's the right thing. Let's go look in our menu. So we did buy just a couple of new productions. We bought... Where do we buy? Rolled barley. Let's turn that off. Cracked corn. Turn that off. Which does it just about as fast as we do, but it's got a lot of space, which is really super awesome. And we should see the wine production brewery. So this is wine and raisins. So we just bought the brewery for raisins and wine. We're not making raisins or wine. Can we just sell it? Nope. Bought the wrong one. Oops. There should be another point then, somewhere here. And I'm back. I did figure it out. It turns out it was a little bit of a bug in the map. There's actually been a couple of those that I've fixed, specifically around triggers. What it was, in case everyone's curious, is that this trigger is set to... there's a line in the code that says, adjust to ground, and which it normally works. But when you have a trigger that's over a pit like this, the actual ground, you can see it right here. If you look at F4, the actual ground is a pit. You can see the angles of it, right? And so, and there's actually, it looks like, see those two triggers right there? Those are supposed to be triggers that are floating over these two dump grates. So maybe I'll fix those in a minute, but they just have to not have adjust to ground because they'll adjust to the bottom of the pit, which doesn't make sense because it doesn't work. So I had to fix that. I fixed it in a couple of places on the map. Either way, the trigger for the production's right here. We're going to buy it. This brewery production should be something faster than what we had, hopefully. And we can compare, I guess. Here's our brewery production without a space. I'll add a space there. That seems silly to not have a space there. Moonshine still. So this takes 2 in, 5 out. You need cracked corn and water to make whiskey. Rolled barley and water to make whiskey. Cool. Let's turn off the sawmill because we just bought that. We don't need it right now. These are done. Don't need those on. This is the new one. And so the new one is a little bit better. It doesn't take water, which is great. I'm super tired of filling up from that little pond next to the moonshine still. Even though it's convenient, whatever. So these take 20 and produce 50. So it's the same recipe a little bit, but they're super fast. See, 4,800 cycles per month, where this one's 2,880. It's almost twice as fast. And because these are a 10x, it's actually 20 times as fast. So super good. This is where we'll be doing all of our productions for the corn and whiskey, and we can do beer, which means if we plant wheat, we can actually make some beer, which just sounds pretty fun. I also looked into it, and there's a soda factory on this map, which takes sugar, and the sugar, it takes sugar and corn syrup, so another thing to make corn with, and we might get into that too, especially as we expand and buy more fields. We can start growing more corn and doing a couple other things. So I'm going to focus on like the production. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the stuff that's unique to this map, right? So all of these special things you can make: beer, whiskey, soda, and then some of the other things that are just really unique to this map. I'm going to focus on doing those. For now, this is our new production. We're going to leave the other one alone and just let it fizzle out, finish off its run, and then but all of our new product we'll bring here. So when the corn grows, we'll bring it here. When we do the correct rolled barley, we'll also bring it here, and I'll fix those 2 troopers. Let's tab over to our harvester. We're over at the harvester, and as you can see, right as we pull up, they are doing their own unloading dance, and our field is done. So we do have a field full of barley. Now, the one downside with the truck door, which I think I'm going to edit because it doesn't make sense, it has a max speed of 32 miles an hour, which is super slow. That's not good enough for me on this map. So what we're going to do is, yeah, he finished work. Look at that. Thank you very much for that notification. I think that's new. We're going to send the harvester home. But for now, we're just going to drive him kind of off to the side. He doesn't need to be on top of the field. And as you can see, as we pull up, we have our other John Deere, our new one, the 4755, kind of sitting there waiting. He's waiting for something to do. Let's go here. Let's park him. Let's ignore the oh wait. We missed a couple spots. Do I care? Yep, I care. This guy's done, so we can turn him off. He's mostly done. I still don't like how that trailer drifts. It's great to have a dolly trailer, but when it drifts like that, it's pretty annoying. And this one just drifts like it's fun to do. I think what it is that there's not enough weight over the front axle. Like it doesn't balance the weight over the front axle, so it kind of floats. So anyways, this guy is going to wait here for a second. Let's just clean up this field because it's actually irritating me. I was taking a look in the dealership a minute ago about our new what we want for a new harvester. In all honesty, I just want one that's a little bit bigger than this and a little bit more power. I did see one that tickles my fancy. We're not going to go all the way up to the X9 because while I like the X9, I think it's just a little bit long and unwieldy. And we got a lot of tight fields on this map. So what I think I'm going to do is talk to the dealership into getting like a 2015 S690 or something like that. See if they'll, and it might take a couple days because I'm going to ask for a black edition. So it's painted just like this tractor. We'll see if they let me do the black edition. They always charge me for it. So I am actually paying for the extra, boosted horsepower and extra capacity and color and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. I got to talk to the dealership, make sure that that's okay. And then maybe next time we can get a better harvester. But for now, we can stick with this one. And now that we have that production, it might be a good idea to do some of these barley contracts. So we got, like, if you look, these are all harvesting contracts and they're almost all barley, which means any extra barley we get from the contract, we can keep. So it might be worthwhile to spend a little bit of time off stream doing a few of those barley contracts so we can get our barley or just regular whiskey production going. Which I think would be beneficial, right? Sounds like a good idea. Yes, yes, yes. I think so. I don't really care what you think, but you can tell me in the comments what you think. Should we keep going with all the alcohol and, you know, just produce all the alcohol because this map has lots of it? We got lots to produce. We got wine, we got whiskey, we got beer, we got some soda for our mixed drinks. You know, we could just go all down the liquid route and see what this map has to offer. I also kind of want to do that potato chip factory. So lots to do. Super fun stuff to do in the future. But let's close this up. Turn off. This guy, we're going to tell him to go somewhere. So we're going to say, hey, I want you to go here and tip. So what we need to do is we need to go down to P for productions, and we're going to go to maybe not. It's not P for productions. It's going to be G for grain mill. Brewery? No. Where is it? The categories on this thing are a little bit funny. It's just not here. Seriously. I can search, I guess. Barley. Central grain. Thank you. We're going to go central grain rolled barley and dump. Go. Have fun. And you're going to go there at 32 miles an hour. So it's going to take a little while. I don't want to wait for that. I'm going to go back over here to this tractor. Now what we're doing here, and some of you may have seen this on my other series or my live stream, this trailer is actually the trailer that I tested out the VPW setup on. So if you look right now, we're not picking up very much. Let's get rid of these. Whoops. Wrong button. There we go. And then if I go here and I go Control Z, is it Control Z or Control Y? So selected work mode, standard pickup, Control Y, bonus pickup. Now if I go turn it on again, see I'm picking up a little bit further away. And if I go here, this is the original name for that work mode. It's called Who Needs a Windrower? I certainly don't. And this was the original one I tested this on. And so now, and we can just turn on our boost to make sure that we're not, it's doing some weird gear shifting thing there. Do there. We'll go 37. No, 30. As you can see, we're just picking up multiple rows at once. We're just collecting the straw. Who cares? I mean, it's just straw. I could do this normally. I could set Courseplay to do it if I wanted to. I could windrow it because we do have a windrower. But it's just extra time and extra effort. And in all honesty, you don't have time for that. You're watching a video that you want to be short and it's already gone way too long. Anyways, so we're going to pick up the straw here and the straw is going to go somewhere. I don't know. We're going to sell it. Maybe just bring it over to our production building to make TMR or make silage out of it. Who knows? We'll do something with it. But this guy is going to do this. And I could do this manually and I could probably get it all done myself. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Actually, give me 30 seconds to speed up and do all this myself. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. Now we're got what? Almost 200,000 liters of straw. And we picked 200,000 liters of straw up in like what? A minute, 2 minutes, maybe like 1 minute fast mode time and maybe like 3 minutes real time, including carting it all the way back to the silage depot or forage depot to handle it there. I mean, that's quick, right? Wouldn't you love something like this? Luckily enough, I'm going to be releasing this hopefully on ModHub, and hopefully for all platforms. So we'll see it soon. A few people are out demoing and testing the trailers so far, and then this is going to be added as one of them. Pretty fun, right? I think so. And our Cadillac has reached the grain mill for the barley. So took him a little while to get there. But that was it for today for this part of the video. We've kind of done a whole lot. We bought a couple production buildings. We bought the sawmill. We harvested a barley field. We've done 2 or 3 grass contracts. Look, we're doing another grass contract, and they're getting blocked by their own stuff. Sorry, you are leaving stuff in the way for yourself. And since I haven't come over here to pick it up yet, you're blocking your own turnaround cycles. So that doesn't make sense. Dummy. He's going pretty. Oh, let's get the other ones at the end. Those are probably blocking them too. Yes, I'm super strengthening, but I don't care. I'm just trying to get it out of the way so that these workers can finish. That one went flying. That was awesome. Farm sim physics for the win, right? All right. So these guys are finishing up this grass contract. We had 3 grass contracts, and now we got them mostly done. This is the last one. We'll have to deliver all these bales. They're all going to the BGA, so not too complex. And hopefully get a little bit of a discount from all of those NPCs. And if we jump over to, not this guy, he's following that big tractor. This guy is the one picking up the bales. And here we are. And he actually emptied into the correct place. Love auto drive for those kind of reasons. Now if we come over here to the barley production, that's the correct corn production. Rolled barley production. We just put in 54,000 liters of rolled barley, and we want to turn it on. And so let's turn on. And it's, oh my gosh, it's gonna crank through all of that in like nanoseconds. Look at this, 282 like per second. That's ridiculous. These are a little fast. That's okay. I don't care. But that's going to be it for today. So we've got our productions once. Oh, that's the other thing. We do this and do not set this to spawn. Not set to selling, set to distributing. And what this will do is this will distribute over here. And as soon as it gets distributed, we can turn this one on. And then this one will automatically make ourselves some whiskey. So we'll have more whiskey to sell in a couple days. But that's it. That's super awesome. We got a bunch of upgrades. We're expanding out into the town. We got to see a bunch of new fields. We got to play with or see more of the crops. One of the fun things I like about this map is it's got 2, if you look, there's 2 unique meadow textures. There's this one with all the flowers, and then there's this one that doesn't have any flowers at all. I just figured that out today. But that's super fun. And here's the bakery production, which is producing cereal and stuff. We're not doing that yet, but we have a couple contracts to do. We're going to finish off those contracts, and we're going to catch you next time. And then next time, you know, what are we going to do? I don't know. It's going to be August or July next time. So we will sell all of our, let's see what our status is. Why aren't you showing me an info thing? I'm missing the info. See, it's already done 4,000 liters of rolled barley. That's super quick. Next time we're going to be going in and probably selling some of the whiskey we have, and then hopefully this thing will produce whiskey over there and produce lots of whiskey, so we sell some of that whiskey too and make lots of money, even though we already have lots of money. And let's spend some money while we're here. We do need a harvester, so we're not going to spend all of it. Let's start expanding the land. That's going to be the last thing we do today. So let's zoom out. So we have 2 goals right now. One goal is to expand down this way, get this farm and these fields in this area here, get the island. That sounds fun. We have enough money for this farm, but we're not going to do it right now. I still want to do this kind of big, huge field up here in the rolling hills and see what happens with it. I don't know if it's going to be cool or not. It might be stupid, but we do need to fill that sawmill with wood. So let's go ahead and buy this one at least, because now we have a 10% discount on it. Let's buy that now. Perfect. That links to this field, and then we'll have to buy these 3 fields too. We're not going to do that right now because I want to get a little bit of discount. So I got to go do some jobs for Michael Hammond. He's already got a 10% discount. That's pretty cool. And do some jobs for Richard Miller. So I'm going to get right on that. And I'll catch everyone next time. Thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. And actually, I'm saying that out of order. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let me know down below. You like what's going on here? We're kind of moving fast. We're also kind of moving in a leisurely pace. I talk fast, so it is what it is. But do you like what's going on? Let me know in the comments below. Which one do you think I should go into next? Should I go into forestry? Are we going to do forestry next month? Or should we do more contracts? Or should we get some more fields? Let me know. I don't know what to do yet. You got to tell me. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.